let's start philosophical, then we'll get into the nitty-gritty of this tool that I'd like to share with you today. Let's talk about innovation and technology. Technology is a technical word in economics. Of course, technology for you and I means, colloquially, it means something that is new, generally like an invention or an improvement on, especially we think of like electronics as technology, AI is technology, those kinds of things. Now, in economics, technology is referring to anything that improves the production of goods and services, anything that improves efficiency. And so technology could be something as complicated as a large language model that uses, AI that's been developed over the past 100 years for all the complicated purposes so that you can make an AI cartoon of what your grandma would look like if she was in Super Mario Brothers. That's all technology, but really technology can also be as simple as something like the person who realized that you could just have conveyor belts. And, conveyor belt wasn't new technology, but the realization that you can just have people stand there and do the same job with their hands all day, and that would improve efficiency, just having the product move on a conveyor belt and then people, mess with it. That was technology. And technology could be something in the magic space as simple as a tool that helps you know the right time to buy or the right time to sell, or a tool that helps you to pack orders, or a tool that helps you to organize your inventory better. All these things are technology, even though they might be simple. They might be, feel like kind of a mundane thing, but it improves your efficiency and your productivity. Therefore, in economics, it's technology. And when you think about the thousands upon thousands of years that humans have existed, most of that has been subsistence living of I farm, I hunt, I try to catch my food, and hopefully we survive this winter and next winter and next winter. And however many years we survive, yay. That's most of human history. There's actually this very small chunk of human history which has been people pursuing specialized careers and tasks in order to not just survive, but thrive. And all of that is thanks to technology. Things like, and technology being this term for innovation in general, the people who discovered, very primitive, very early human history, the people who discovered that you could create canoes and get further out to sea to catch larger fish than the stuff you could get close to shore. That did so much for the quality of life and the people, and in just improving humanity and our ability to thrive. Nowadays, there's not as much, food's taken care of. And so the technological advancements we're going to talk about in this video are not putting food on the table. It's not changing people's lives. Although I guess it is in a small way. Right? If you find these tools interesting or useful or helpful, then boom, change your lives, made things better. So not to aggrandize it too much, but we're going to dive into this tool. This is, let's see, I need to move this screen. Here we go. HabiOS, the seller operating system. Now, this is a, alpha version of this tool. I have talked with this guy. This guy, presumably, let me move my face. Move the whole screen instead of my face. All right, now I'll move my face. This guy, Jay. So on this website, you can go to this website, HabiOS.app. And Jay here is the business inquiry, and you can email Jay at HabiOS.app. And this is, there's a couple of reasons why I'm sharing this. One is that I know Jay and he's cool. And he's like, hey, do you want to share my tool? And I said, yeah, sure. Let's make a video. But the second thing is that I think this illustrates innovation in the TCG space. Not that these things I'm sharing with you, like, I don't think this website is game changing or groundbreaking. I'm not like, this isn't like, oh, get rid of Sort Swift and stop using TCG Player. We got a new kid on the block. It's not that, but it's got some cool stuff and some cool tools. And this is developed by a guy who is passionate about trading cards and sells trading cards and was looking for opportunities to improve people's lives, right? Our lives as trading card buyers or sellers or collectors or whatever. So just going to take a quick tour of this website. So, it talks a big game like run your card business from one workspace. It's all being developed. And what I was going to say too is this J email, you should reach out. If you're watching this video and you think to yourself, wow, this is so close to being what I need, or if it is what you need or whatever, you should reach out to Jay and say, what's up? Say like, hey, could you build this? Or, hey, I love your Card Kingdom converter. Can you make it for XYZ or whatever? I'm sure he would appreciate the feedback. And so really what's on here, there's a couple like pretty powerful things, in my opinion. One is a converter. So you're able to grab here just your inventory. So you export from ManaBox or from TCG Player. I just exported all my TCG Player inventory. I guess it wasn't everything, but it was a good chunk. And then put it in here, and then outputs a CSV that you can then upload into Card Kingdom. And so you upload into Card Kingdom, and then boom, it gives you the list of all the cards that buy list, which is pretty cool. And look, I could take what I roughly estimate to be $4,000 worth of inventory and turn it into $800. Yay. But it's cool. It's cool to know that. And it's it's an option. If I needed to liquidate everything or whatever, I could get 2 cents for my bitter work uncommon. Yes, this would be a pain to sort. But anyways, that's just because of my incompetencies when it comes to sorting my cards. But it's pretty cool. Pretty cool. So that's one feature of this website. It's all free. It's all just open for people to use. Buying a buy collection. I think these things are in progress because I don't see anything I can click on now. But some cool ideas here. Easy poll. This is interesting. So you upload a poll sheet, and then what it gives you is this, which is essentially the same poll sheet, but it's sorted and organized and has bolded titles for the sets that you're pulling from. Like I said, earlier and said a few times, this isn't like the greatest invention in TCG history or anything like that. But I don't know. I kind of dig it. It's like if have a big poll sheet that I want to kind of efficiently take a look at, run with, just be able to go through my inventory by set and clearly see the cards, the quantities, all these details. This is a tool that's free and available to use that Jay has created, and it's cool. So that's another feature on this website. And then here's shipping labels. So this is pretty cool. I can't exactly demo it because I don't want to dox people. But, and by dox people, I just mean like I don't want to show people's addresses and stuff like that. But what you can do is you upload the packing slip from TCG Player, and it can give you, so once you put in your business name and address and whatever, you can generate these 6" by 4" labels that you can then print out if you have a label printer. So if you have one of those links below in the description, if you have one of those label printers that can, doesn't use any ink, it just is a thermal printer, you can upload your TCG Player packing slips and then turn that into these 6" by 4" labels that you can then take off and stick onto code running. Sorry. And then stick onto your envelopes. And so it's an alternative for like, what you can normally do. What I normally do is I've got these windowed envelopes. You get the packing slip, you fold it up, you stick it in, and then you stamp your address in the corner in this corner, and then you put a stamp in this corner, and then you're good to go. With these labels that get created, which honestly, this is in my opinion, kind of the coolest part, because if you don't have windowed envelopes, this can just be such a time saver where you use the thermal printer, print off all of the shipping addresses of the people that you're creating packages for, and you just stick it on your envelope, and then boom, your address is there, their address is there, there's a spot for postage. It's all there. It looks nice. It looks professional, easy to read. So it's cool. This is a cool app. And yeah, so there's not, like I said, not changing everything, but it's cool. And there's a lot of people doing a lot of cool work in this space in trading cards, you know, vibe coding or hard coding. And I know that Jay does both, apps to share with people. And of course, like there's a profit mindset in the long run, right? Like everybody wants to build an app that's so good that the free version is so good that people want to pay for it. But that's, you know, down the line. For now, and by the way, this is just a tip for if you want to content create or if you want to build a cool tool or whatever. The idea is that you provide free value, 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 an opportunity for paid value, free value, free value, free value. That's a strategy. And it's the strategy that I like to pursue, right? Like YouTube idea here being free value, right? And just like, you know, HabiOS.app, it's free value. And then eventually, you know, if this develops into something, there could be a paid version or whatever. But it's cool. It's cool. If you're watching this and you've thought about like, maybe I should make an app or something, I guess first off, check to, you know, don't spend your time working on something that you're not certain about, but there's so much opportunity in this space. And yes, the Sort Swifts and the, you know, card loaders or whatever are trying to build all in one ecosystem where their app does everything, but there's not an app that does everything. And we wish there was, right? I mean, we could all benefit if we could just pay one monthly subscription and just get it all done in one place. All of the buying and selling and tracking and etc. And so anyways, lots of cool innovation in this space. This is an opportunity. Check it out, HabiOS .app, and then email Jay what you think. Or in the comment section too. You can comment and just say like, hey, Jay, ABC or whatever. You know, I like your hair, whatever. And I'm sure Jay will see those comments. So anyways, thanks for watching. Thanks, a special thanks to my patrons. Thank you. And yeah, subscribe.